let's see. Okay, generosity.
Real quick synopsis.
I really do think it's about extending yourself to go beyond your own desires and needs and seeing where the needs of others can be helped with what you have, what you're blessed to have.
I feel that St. Paul's has sort of been like the mechanism to creating a lot of what I really value and am so proud of in my own children. St. Paul's itself is a blessing to me.
A lot of people feel uncomfortable to talk about things in terms of money, myself included, but many, if not all of the things that I love about St. Paul's would not be possible without the generous support of our members. It takes money to have amazing clergy and staff.
The staff and the clergy at St. Paul's make St. Paul's what it is. I can't tell you how many times I have been listening to homilies and I think that the clergy are speaking directly to me.
It also takes money to run all the fabulous outreach programs that we're doing in our community.
That is something that is very important to us. It brings the community to St. Paul's, and we have to keep building community if we're going to thrive as a church.
But the time and talent is absolutely critical in all of those things. We cannot do it without money. It's just a fact. We cannot do it without the treasure.
My family came to St. Paul's through the preschool, so it's very important to me that we have safe and welcoming buildings, and there's so much expense associated with having the nice physical structure that we have.
A lot of people are afraid to pledge because they're like, oh, but what if I can't honor that? What if it's not enough? You just call up the church and say, hey, this happened. I can't meet that. I need to change it. I need to dial it back a little bit.
As I learn to give and serve more, my happiness and my internal joy increased. And I found that it wasn't just money by a long shot. It was my time, it was my attention, it was my prayer, it was my appreciation. And the more that I could offer out of my soul, the richer my life was.
I've worked with faith-based nonprofits as a big part of my professional life. When people give from a place of joy and a place of feeling connected and in community, that the amount that they give is less important than the motivation to give. And the generosity from that is a beautiful, beautiful thing.
My husband died in 2007, just out of the blue, no notice, no anything. Care and Share saved us. The priests, when he was in the hospital for a week, were there with us nonstop. There were 3 priests at that time, and we were never at the hospital without one of them. They took great care of my children that were young. The people at St. Paul's helped me figure out, because we didn't have family in the area, how to get my children where they needed to go and back and forth. It was totally St. Paul's. My children were raised by the music program, the children's ministry, the youth ministry. When my husband died, my oldest daughter in 8th grade didn't want to go to school, but she wanted to come to church anytime the building was open. Lifelong friends for my children have come from St. Paul's, as well as my own dearest friends are from St. Paul's. It's just been a safe haven for us. So it's very much a blessing and a huge part of our lives.
You have to have a portion of your personal life, and you have to have a portion of your financial life that belongs to God.
It requires a bit of humility to get there and say, I didn't do this all on my own. But when you recognize the way that God is at work in you, with you, through you, in your daily life, in your daily job and career, it's hard to not turn around and give that money back to God, back to the church, and back to the community that you know is actually expressing the love of God week in and week out to their neighbors.
I've had those moments where it's like, this is really tough right now, but I still show up on Sunday and people still show up for me and for the community and for God.
The theme of our stewardship this year is praying, gathering,
and going out. It really captures who we are as a faith community. We gather in prayer, whether it's here, whether it's online, whether it's in your homes. And we go out into this world to do incredible things. And we want to continue that.